Have you ever wondered why no one talks about the real secrets to keeping your brain young? I'm talking about anti-aging brain secrets no one told you. Secrets that can stop that foggy, sluggish feeling dead in its tracks. Especially if you're over 60. Here's the jaw-dropper. Brain fog isn't just a nuisance. It's a sign your brain is aging faster than it should. And it's stealing your sharpness in ways you don't even see. If you've caught yourself forgetting names, losing focus, or feeling like your mind's stuck in a haze, don't ignore it. It's a red flag. But the good news? You can turn it around and keep your brain youthful and razor sharp. Stick with me, because I'm spilling 5 anti-aging brain secrets no one's clued you in on. Until now. So, why is this happening after 60? Your brain's like a garden. Without the right care, it gets overgrown with weeds like inflammation, stress, and junk buildup. As we age, the brain's cleanup crew slows down, and habits you've ignored for years start hitting hard. The result? A foggy mess that makes thinking, remembering, and even enjoying life tougher than it should be. Worse, it's not just about forgetting keys. It could mean your brain's aging faster than your body, setting you up for bigger problems if you don't act. If this blew your mind, hit that like button and subscribe for more hidden tips on thriving past 60. Ready to fight back? Here are the 5 anti-aging brain secrets you need to start today. Step 1. Ditch the sugar trap. It's aging your brain. Let's get real for a minute. Do you find yourself reaching for that afternoon cookie or pouring a little extra sugar into your coffee? If you're over 60, chances are you've got a soft spot for those sweet pick-me-ups. And honestly, who doesn't? Most of us do. It's practically a rite of passage at this age. But here's the secret no one's bothered to whisper in your ear. Sugar isn't just a harmless treat anymore. It's quietly aging your brain. And it's doing it faster than you might ever imagine. Yep, you heard that right. Those sugary delights you've been enjoying for years are pulling a fast one on you. And after 60, your brain's paying the price in ways you can't ignore. Think about it. When you bite into that cookie or sip that sweetened coffee, your blood sugar shoots up like a rocket. For a fleeting moment, you feel a burst of energy, a little lift to get you through the day. But then, just as fast as it spiked, it crashes hard. That rapid drop leaves your brain scrambling, starving for the steady fuel it needs to keep humming along. What's the result? A foggy haze settles in, making it tough to focus, remember where you parked the car, or even finish a sentence without losing your train of thought. It's like your mind's stuck in quicksand, and you didn't even see it coming. But here's where it gets even scarier. Sugar doesn't just stop at fogging up your day. It's fueling something far worse, inflammation. Picture it as rust creeping onto your brain's gears, gumming up the works and speeding up the aging process in a way that's downright chilling. No one told you this, did they? It's one of those secrets that slips under the radar while we're busy enjoying life's little pleasures. But after 60, your body's not as forgiving as it once was. Those sweet treats hit differently now. The good news? There's a fix, and it's easier than you might think. You don't have to suffer or give up flavor. You just need to swap out that sugar trap for some anti-aging fuel that actually works for your brain instead of against it. What's the magic bullet? Try walnuts, a creamy smear of avocado on your toast, or a handful of blueberries. These aren't just random snacks. They're powerhouses that fight back against brain aging. Take blueberries, for instance. They're like a secret weapon hiding in plain sight, packed to the brim with antioxidants. They slow down that rusting process, keeping your mind sharp and your thoughts crisp. It's like giving your brain a youth boost with every bite. Here's a pro tip to make it stick. Stash a little bowl of nuts right by your favorite chair. Maybe next to the remote or that book you've been meaning to finish. When that sugar craving sneaks up, and trust me, it will, reach for those walnuts instead of the cookie jar. You'll dodge the crash and keep your brain firing on all cylinders. Oh, and one more thing. Skip those hot sugary drinks that seem so comforting. They're a fast track to aging your brain a day older with every sip. Instead, pour yourself some warm lemon water. It's soothing, steady, and won't send your blood sugar on a roller coaster ride. This secret alone, this one simple switch, can rewind that foggy feeling and keep you clear-headed, alert, and ready to take on whatever comes your way. No one told you sugar was the enemy. But now you know, and now you've got the power to outsmart it. Step 2. Move to unlock your brain's youth. Let's drop a bombshell right here that no one seems to talk about. Sitting all day is aging your brain faster than the wrinkles creeping across your face ever could. Yep, it's a shocker, isn't it? You might think those crow's feet or laugh lines are the big giveaway of time marching on. But after 60, it's what's happening inside your head that's the real traitor. Stiff joints and sluggish circulation start teaming up against you, slowing down the oxygen supply to your brain like a clogged highway at rush hour. And when that happens, you're not just dealing with a little creak in your knees. You're stepping straight into Fog City. That hazy, muddled feeling where your thoughts won't line up right. It's your brain crying out for a lifeline. And sitting still is only making it worse. Here's the secret no one's shouting from the rooftops. Even a tiny bit of movement can turn back the clock on your brain's youth. You don't need to be a marathon runner or a gym rat. Studies are whispering something incredible. And it's just for us over 60 folks. They say a simple 10-minute shuffle around the house, nothing fancy, just moving your feet, can reboot your brain like hitting the reset button on an old computer. It flushes out the gunk, the mental clutter, the toxic buildup that's been clouding your mind and making you feel older than you are. Imagine that, a quick stroll from the living room to the back porch, and you're literally washing away the years from your brain. It's almost too easy to believe, but the science backs it up, and it's a game changer. So, what's speeding up that aging process faster than it should? It's those long hours parked in that comfy recliner, the one you sink into with the TV remote in hand. Or maybe it's skipping that morning stretch because your joints groan louder than you do. Every hour you stay still, you're letting your brain rust a little more, locking in that fog tighter. But here's the fix, and it's beautifully simple. Move your way, on your terms. You don't need a strict routine or fancy equipment. Walk to the kitchen to grab a glass of water. Sway side to side to your favorite song from the 60s. Or just stand up every hour to shake off the stiffness. It's not about how far or how fast. It's about keeping that oxygen flowing, waking up your brain, and kicking the fog to the curb. Now, here's a secret twist no one mentions. Add 5 deep breaths to the mix. Picture this. You stand up. Take a slow breath in through your nose. Count to 5, then let it out just as slow. Do it 5 times. That's it. It's like opening the floodgates, sending a rush of oxygen straight to your brain, washing it clean and keeping it young. It's a 1-2 punch. Movement plus breathing, and it's pure magic for your mind. So, start now. Set a little reminder on your phone, your watch, whatever works. Get up and move, even if it's just a lap around the couch. When you do, you'll feel it, the years peeling off your mind, the fog lifting, the sharpness creeping back in. No one told you sitting was the enemy of your brain's youth, but now you've got the key to unlock it. Take that step today, and watch your mind light up like it used to. Step 3. Sleep's anti-aging magic. Don't skip it. Buckle up for a mind-blowing fact. Your brain doesn't just clock out when you hit the pillow at night. It literally scrubs itself young while you're dreaming. That's right, it's not just resting. It's working overtime to keep you sharp. And if you're over 60, this is a game changer you need to hear. But here's the catch. If you're cutting corners on sleep or tossing and turning like a ship in a storm, all that junk, like stress hormones and mental grime, starts piling up. It's not just a little pile either. It's a mountain of gunk that ages your brain overnight, faster than you'd ever guess. Come morning, you're not just waking up a bit tired. You're foggy, groggy, and feeling older than your years should allow. It's like your brain's been robbed of its youth while you were counting sheep, and no one's warned you about it. Here's the secret no one's bothered to spill. 7 hours of deep, uninterrupted sleep isn't just a luxury, it's your brain's fountain of youth, bubbling up with anti-aging magic. After 60, your body's not as resilient as it once was, and those short nights or restless hours aren't cutting it anymore. Skimp on sleep, and you're letting those stress hormones and toxic leftovers settle in, dulling your edge and making every day feel like you're wading through mud. But when you give your brain those full 7 hours, real, quality sleep, it's like hitting the reset button. It scrubs away the mess, flushes out the junk, and leaves you waking up with a mind that's fresher, clearer, and younger than you'd ever expect. It's a secret weapon hiding in plain sight, and it's yours for the taking. But wait, there's more to this than just clocking the hours. Even your sheets play a sneaky role in this anti-aging trick. Sweaty, stale bedding isn't just uncomfortable. It's messing with your rest, trapping heat and grime that keep you from sinking into that deep, youthful sleep. The fix is simpler than you think. Commit to those 7 hours like it's a sacred promise, and wash your sheets weekly. Fresh linens aren't just a treat. They're a must. They keep your sleep environment crisp and cool, letting your brain do its magic without a hitch. You'll wake up with a mind that's not just rested but rejuvenated, ready to tackle the day instead of dragging through it. Here's a pro tip to seal the deal. Cool your room down to 65 degrees Fahrenheit. No one tells you this, but heat is aging your sleep faster than you realize. A warm room makes you restless, tossing and turning, robbing your brain of that deep clean phase it craves. Keep it cool, and you'll sleep like a rock, waking up younger every time. Oh, and ditch the late night TV habit. Those glowing screens are another secret saboteur. Blue light's tricking your brain into staying awake, piling on more junk and aging it with every minute you scroll the news or watch one more episode. No one's clued you in that it's a youth thief, but now you know. Master this. 7 hours, fresh sheets, cool air, no screens, and you're not just sleeping better, you're unlocking anti-aging magic. You'll roll out of bed feeling lighter, sharper, and years younger, like your brain's been sipping from that fountain all night long. Don't skip this step. It's the secret no one told you, and it's your ticket to a mind that defies the calendar. Step 4. Hydrate to freeze brain aging. Here's a quick secret that'll knock your socks off. Dehydration's aging your brain way faster than you'd ever suspect, and it's sneaking up on you like a thief in the night. If you're over 60, this one's a big deal, because your body's not waving the same red flags it used to. That thirst signal you relied on in your younger days? It's fading, growing quieter with every passing year. So you're drying out without even a hint of a clue. You might feel fine, maybe a little sluggish, but inside, your brain's taking a hit. When it's parched, when it's not getting the water it craves, something wild happens. It shrinks. Yes, shrinks. Picture that for a second. Your brain, the command center of everything you are, shriveling up just a bit. And when that happens, the fog rolls in thick and fast, clouding your thoughts, dulling your sharpness, and leaving you fumbling through the day. But it doesn't stop there. Dehydration's got a nastier trick up its sleeve. Toxins start building up, piling on like uninvited guests that won't leave. Without enough water to flush them out, they stick around, gumming up your brain's works and speeding up the aging clock like it's on fast forward. Every dry day ticks away at your youth, and no one's talking about it. After 60, this isn't just about feeling thirsty. It's about keeping your mind young, clear, and firing on all cylinders. So, what's the fix no one's shouting from the rooftops? It's simpler than you'd guess. 6 to 8 glasses of plain, clean water every single day. Not soda, not juice, and definitely not coffee. Coffee's a double crosser here, drying you out more and aging you faster. Water's the real hero, the unsung champion that freezes brain aging in its tracks if you give it a chance. Want to kick it up a notch and grab an anti-aging edge? Don't just settle for plain water. Add a slice of cucumber or a squeeze of lemon. It's not just a fancy touch, it's a power move. Those little extras hydrate you deeper. Sure, but they also fight what I call brain rust. That sneaky inflammation and toxin buildup that's trying to age you before your time. Cucumber cools things down. Lemon flushes out the junk. And together, they're like a shield for your brain's youth. Here's the trick, though. Sip it slow all day long. Gulping down a big glass in one go might feel good, but it's no good for keeping things steady. Your brain needs a constant drip, not a flood, to stay plump, fresh, and fog-free. Spread those 6 to 8 glasses from morning to night, and you'll feel the difference. And here's a little bonus no one mentions. Pair that hydration with a quick neck rub. Just a minute of massaging your neck, right where it meets your shoulders. Wakes up your flow, gets the blood moving, and sends that water's goodness straight to your brain. It's like a wake-up call for your circulation, amplifying the anti-aging magic. Hydrate like this. 6 to 8 glasses, a splash of cucumber or lemon, slow sips, and a neck rub, and you're not just drinking water, you're freezing brain aging dead in its tracks. You'll stay sharp, youthful, and ready to take on the world, no matter what the calendar says. No one told you dehydration was your brain's silent enemy, but now you've got the secret to outsmart it. Start today, and watch that fog lift like it was never there. Step 5. Feed your brain anti-aging power. Let's cut to the chase with a big secret that's going to hit you like a ton of bricks. If you're eating junk, your brain's aging on fast forward, and it's happening right under your nose. After 60, those greasy fried foods, processed snacks you grab for convenience, And that extra cup of coffee you lean on to get through the afternoon. They're not just slowing your step or adding a little padding to your waistline. No, it's way worse than that. They're fogging up your mind, clogging it with inflammation like a smoky haze you can't shake off. Picture this. Every bite of that fried chicken or handful of chips is tossing fuel on a fire that's quietly burning away your brain's youth. It's not just about feeling a little sluggish either. It's about losing that crisp, clear thinking you used to take for granted. And no one's sounding the alarm. Here's the kicker no one's telling you. Those pills and supplements you see advertised everywhere? The ones promising to sharpen your memory or banish the fog? They're a lie, a shiny distraction that won't fix a thing. Popping a pill might make you feel like you're doing something, but it's not getting to the root of the problem. The real anti-aging trick, the one that actually works, is so much simpler and more powerful. Feed your brain youth. That's right, it's all about what you put on your plate. Swap out the junk for foods that pack a punch. Salmon, walnuts, dark chocolate. These aren't just tasty treats, they're your brain's best friends after 60. Salmon's loaded with omega-3s. Those miraculous fats that swoop in like repair crews, rebuilding your brain cells and keeping them strong. Walnuts? They're little nuggets of brilliance, keeping your mind quick and nimble so you're not fumbling for words mid-conversation. And dark chocolate? Oh, don't skip this one. Its flavonoids are like tiny warriors, defying aging and pushing back against the clock with every rich, bittersweet bite. You don't need to overhaul everything overnight. Start easy, because small changes can work wonders. Swap out one junk snack a day for a handful of walnuts, that bag of salty chips or sugary cookie. Toss it aside and grab those nuts instead. It's not about deprivation. It's about giving your brain what it's starving for. Here's a pro tip to make it stick. Eat these brain boosters in the morning. Your brain's like a sponge first thing, drinking up every bit of goodness you throw its way. A piece of salmon with your eggs, a sprinkle of walnuts on your oatmeal, or a square of dark chocolate with your tea. It's the perfect time to load up. Why morning? Because that's when your mind's primed to soak in the nutrients, setting you up for a day of clear, sharp thinking instead of that foggy slog you've been battling. Feed it right, and you'll outsmart aging in a way no pill ever could. You're not just eating, you're arming your brain with the power to stay young, to keep ticking along like it did decades ago. Imagine this. No more mental stumbles. No more grasping for names or ideas. Just a mind ringing clear as a bell, sharp and ready for anything. No one's told you junk food's your brain's worst enemy after 60. But now you've got the secret to turn it around. Start today. Swap that snack, time it right, and watch the years fade from your thoughts. You've got the power to feed your brain youth, and it's all in your hands. So, if you're over 60 and feeling the fog, don't panic. It's your brain begging for these anti-aging secrets no one told you. Ditch sugar, move a little, sleep deep, hydrate smart, and eat for youth. You'll rewind the clock and feel sharp, lively, and ageless every day. If this blew your mind, hit that like button and subscribe for more hidden tips on thriving past 60. Drop a comment. Have you felt brain fog? What's kept you young? I'd love to know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.